And like I told you earlier, when you hear people talk about consultation, this one consult, that one consult, you didn't consult us, you have not consulted our elders, this one have not consulted that one, and that one have not consulted this one, just know that there is something fishy whenever you hear things like that. I am going to be playing something for you where you will hear a so-called professor, a Fulani professor, so-called, because definitely you know that there's nothing inside of his head. A so-called Fulani professor that was reacting to what the southern governors did. I will play it and you will hear what he said when he was talking about consultation. Just listen. Can you imagine the effrontery of this man? This man is talking about, is referring to people that are supposed to be governors, or rather political leaders of the South, people that were voted into office by the Southerners. Look at how much he talks about them with disdain. But they just their impact is almost useless, or else if their impact were useful, they should have impeached Buhari long time ago, or they should have impeached the person that is there in the name of Buhari, or is almost useless, or else if their impact were useful, they should have impeached Buhari long time ago, or they should have impeached the person that is there in the name of Buhari, or almost useless, or else if their impact were useful, they should have impeached Buhari long time ago, or they should have impeached the person that is there in the name of Buhari, or I'll play it again and we are going to be picking his words little by little.
Gandhi said, whatever you do for me without me is against me.
I'll play it again and we are going to be picking his words little by little.
Gandhi said, whatever you do for me without me is against me.
I'll play it again and we are going to be picking his words little by little.
Gandhi said, whatever you do for me without me is against me.
against you, you were the first that were against them. And it is only natural that the people are against you. For you to survive, you must be against them. And this was what the southern governors did not know until the people pushed them. Let us continue with his full statement.
Ask all those whatever 13, 15 governors that met in that hotel.
You can imagine. Ask all those whatever 13, 15 governors. Why? He doesn't have respect for them. All those whatever 13, 15 governors. Why? He doesn't have respect for them. You come here, you shout on our kings, disrespect our kings, even though those kings too have disrespected themselves. You go there, you bow, shake, you bow to Sultan, bow to their emirs. But when you come here, you are King Kong against your own traditional rulers because you don't have respected themselves. You go there, you bow, shake, you bow to Sultan, bow to their emirs. But when you come here, you are King Kong against your own traditional rulers because you don't have a bow to Sultan, bow to their emirs. But when you come here, you are King Kong against your own traditional rulers because you don't have a is across board, is a southern law, and this law is not for Fulani, it is against Fulani, the excesses of Fulani. Let us continue.
Government disconnected, out of touch with realities of people.
Say
You must sit down and talk with people you are making laws for.
Say they are out of touch. Okay, let us listen.
None of that those governors have sat down with Fulani leaders in wherever they are and tell them what we are planning to do, what we're going to do, what alternatives are there. And then they are sitting down there and making laws.
Now, you can imagine this man's, which means the governors do not know what is good for them in their states. Why does the Fulani man have such boldness to be able to make such statements? It is because of how the southern governors have worshipped them for this long. The southern governors have worshipped them all their lives. Not just southern governors have worshipped them for this long. The southern governors have worshipped them all their lives. Not just worshipped them all their lives. Not just to graze everywhere. If you don't like the way they graze, come and consult them. Let them see how they will adjust. But that open grazing must be done. Are you seeing how they reason? Are these the kind of people to graze everywhere? If you don't like the way they graze, come and consult them. Let them see how they will adjust. But that open grazing must be done. Are you seeing how they reason? Are these the kind of people? If you don't like the way they graze, come and consult them. Let them see how they will adjust. But that open grazing must be done. Are you seeing how they reason? Are these the kind of people? This problem that is occurring among my people and your people, what do we do? When our leader was analyzing the Abraham and Lot case, Abraham called Lot when he discovered that his headsmen and Lot's headsmen were having issues because they were brothers. Abraham called him and said, what do we do concerning our headsmen? And they agreed that they should not fight, they should separate. Fulani, that is what Fulani should have done. They should have called the southern governors and say, our headsmen and your farmers are having issues. Let us separate in peace. We are brothers. Since they claim that we must be one Nigeria, that we are brothers. Yes, we are brothers, but we cannot continue anymore. So let us go in peace. Just the same way Abraham divided their area together, divided with Lot. Abraham divided with Lot. This is the same thing that this Fulani should have done, if at all they meant well, if they are not terrorists as we have always seen them to be. But because that is who they are, they will Lot. This is the same thing that this Fulani should have done, if at all they meant well, if they are not terrorists as we have always seen them to be. But because that is who they are, if they are not terrorists as we have always seen them to be. But because that is who they are, afraid of in Fulani. What Mazi Tari Remy is doing, if you people had done it, even just 5% of what Mazi Tari Remy is doing, the southern people would have been free for a very long. Suffering these things from the Fulani. They like what we are doing, but they are so filled with fear. Fear. The only thing that gave these southern governors some boldness to do this thing, to come together and do what they did, it is because they have seen that the people can confront police, the people can confront army. And when the people now, this the unknown government that are confronting police and confronting army, we don't even know where they got their training. They are not even the well-trained people that are in the forest chasing Fulani. The well-trained people that are in the forest chasing Fulani. The well-trained what the people are saying, they are going to be the first that will be hunted down. They are afraid of Fulani, they are afraid of being hunted down. That is why they just believe, oh, let things just go like this. At least it is better for me and my family. High level of selfishness and greed. And to a very great extent, they enjoy the privilege that Fulani give them to steal from their people. Or else, it's not that they do not know that what they are doing is wrong. It's not that they do not know that they are slaves. People did not make war out of it. We did not kill one Fulani because Fulani destroyed the business of the southern people in the north. We saw it. We saw all you did because we were not as arrogant as you are. We felt, well, that is the law that you put in your land. We try to see how we can accept it. Now, this goes a long way to tell you that the north and the south are obviously not the same people. In the south, we drink beer. We can sit in the bus with a woman by the side and a man by this other side. We don't honor Sharia laws. We don't have anything like Sharia laws. We are free people. With a woman by the side and a man by this other side. We don't honor Sharia laws. We don't have anything like Sharia laws. We are free people. With a woman by the side and a man by this other side. We don't honor Sharia laws. We don't have anything like Sharia laws. We are free people. With a woman by the side and a man by this other side. We don't honor Sharia laws. We don't have anything like Sharia laws. We are free people. Sharia laws. We don't have anything like Sharia laws. We are free people. doesn't matter whether it is a man or woman that is Christian or Muslim. They marry each other, and their children will decide whether to go to church or to go to mosque. It is their own cup of tea. It is their personal business. They are liberal. They are open. Religion is personal, and you don't force your religion on others. If this is what somebody believes in, you allow him. That is how in Yoruba land, that is how they run their Islam. But in the north, the Fulani north is different. Arrogant Islam. So when this man suggested this, they were just suggested this, they were just in the south we have ban on open grazing, and Fulani cannot cope with ban on open grazing because Fulani must do open grazing. It is their culture. We have ban on open grazing, and Fulani cannot cope with ban on open grazing because Fulani must do open grazing. It is their culture, and Fulani cannot cope with ban on open grazing because Fulani must do open grazing. It is their culture. When Fulani were doing open grazing with their sticks, not with their guns, we didn't like it. The southern people didn't like it, but because we are very accommodating people, we would keep quiet and just allow them to do their thing, because we know that that is their culture, that is how they run their show, and because we found ourselves in the same place, in the same area, in the same contraption, so we just ignored and swallowed our spit. But we never liked it. I want to announce to the Fulani that the southern people had never for once liked open grazing. Whether it is the criminal open grazing or the one that is not criminal. There's no problem as far as they are not harming anybody. They don't cause any harm, they just go their own way. But we never liked it. It is not in our culture. We don't like it when we just see cows from cows are just moving on our streets. Just no. You do your farm in your farm. or we just see heads of cow, many of them, maybe moving, coming out. We just see heads of cow, many of them, maybe moving, coming out. Anybody to consult you. You see, this is why I just got to understand why some of our people in the coast, because many of these people have been greatly influenced by Fulani against themselves. When we started this struggle, they'll be like, who did you consult? Who did Mazi Tari consult? That he is talking about his own people. He is talking about Ogoni people. He is talking about Urubu people. Who did he consult? His own people. You people, the Urubu people, the Bibo people, all those people are what Fulani has been saying. You are just repeating the words of your master. Now I know where that word came from. Because I used to wonder, where did this word consult, who did you consult come from? Why will people just wake up and be thinking of be thinking that they should sit down somewhere and somebody should come and consult them? Do you know why some of these people that call themselves elders in the coast were talking about from getting to the people. That is the reason they will ask, who did you consult? Meanwhile, they will not tell you. Before our leader even came out, he met many of these men in the secret and talked to them. But they didn't even think of freedom. They discouraged him, told him it is impossible. So when he came out and started talking to the people, they will come out and say, who did you consult? Meanwhile, in the secret, he had already consulted them. He had already talked to some of them, but they bluffed him. When they tell you, who did you consult? They want to keep you in chains. They want to keep you in prison. You don't need to consult anybody. Nobody need to speak for you. You don't need anybody to speak for you. You don't need anybody to speak for you concerning your freedom. Your freedom is your right. Provided you have been born, you have grown up to know the right from the wrong, your freedom is your right. Your local government chairman do not have the right to speak concerning your freedom if you have not given him that right to speak concerning your freedom. He doesn't have the right to speak on your behalf what you do not want him to speak about. So anything that has to do with freedom is about the people. You must make your own decision. Now I am directing this to the coastal people. You must make your own decision for yourself. That your personal decision is what matters. You don't need to wait for anybody. When you hear anything, you don't need to ask, have they consulted IYC? And what did IYC say concerning this? Have they consulted INC? What did INC say concerning this? Have they consulted PANDEF? What did PANDEF say concerning this? Have they consulted MOSOP? What did MOSOP say concerning this? If the message I've gotten to you, they have consulted you. And it is your consultation that matters. Because in referendum, MOSOP will not vote for Ogoni. INCIYC will not vote for Izon. PANDEF will not vote for the coastal people that they call Niger Delta. Each and every individual will vote for his or herself. Everybody will vote for himself. So stop waiting for people to come out and speak before you try to investigate what is good for you and what is not. You as an individual, you have to get involved. Know what is good for you and what is not. Because when the suffering is coming, nobody is suffering it for you. You suffer yourself. If you don't have money to pay for your school fees, your governor will not even know that you are even facing such a problem. The local government chairman will not even be aware. And even if you go to him, he will tell you that he has his own personal challenges. You are an adult, take care of your problems. The schools are there. They are not equipped. You don't have money to send your children abroad. You are forced to take your children to the same school. What did they say concerning those schools? What did IYC, INC and all that? What have they said? If they have not been able to say anything for this long and your life is the way it is, then they are not eligible to say anything to stop you. That is what you must know. Consultation. Now I know where it is coming from. It is coming from Fulani. It is because when we started this thing, Fulani do not want the message to spread. So they start going to the coastal, their coastal slaves that people call leaders. To their people, they are leaders. To Fulani, they are slaves. So Fulani call their boy. Hey boy, come here. So this man is coming to talk about example, which means he has talked to you. He will deny, no, so they have not consulted. Tell them that, go and tell people that before they accept this message, they must consult you first. They now come and start repeating it. Who have they consulted? You now tell their social media people that will come to social media and be writing nonsense and say, oh, they have not consulted us. Who have they consulted? Consultation. You don't need to consult anybody to do what is right. You don't need to consult anybody. Who did Britain consult before they created Nigeria? Until you tell me who Britain consulted before they created Nigeria, that is when I will accept to consult anybody before I will express my inalienable right to restore Biafra, or to have an autonomous nation, an autonomous zone nation in Biafra, and to give my brothers in Biafra the right to have their own autonomous nations according to their different ethnic nationalities in Biafra. What you think about is our right is our right. It doesn't matter what you do. Our right is our right. It is our right to be free. You know, one thing in this world is that even though your father was a slave, every man is born free. No man is born a slave. If your father was a slave, they have your governor as a slave doesn't mean that they have you as a slave. Don't accept it, because they have the chairman of whatever organization that carries the name of your ethnic nationality doesn't mean that they have you as a slave. They do not have you as a slave. They don't. And the day you come up and say, no, I do not accept what you are doing to others, you cannot do it to me. Everyone is afraid of death, of course. But the fact is that everyone will die. Whether the one that kills people or the one that people are trying to kill. Everyone. How well you lived. You live your life at the mercy of others. You live at the mercy of your own intellect and at the mercy of your own wisdom. If you're living your life at the mercy of others, you're a slave. It doesn't matter the amount of money that you have. That is why the whole of Africa is a slave continent. Always calling for aid. Give me aid here, give me aid there, give me aid here, give me aid there. To the extent that UK, US, when Goodluck Jonathan was president, because of gay, they were even threatening that if you don't accept gay, we are going to take away aid from you, the aid that we give to you, because you're a slave nation. They are controlling you with aid. They are controlling you. You cannot survive on your own. That's what they are telling you. That if you remove this, you will not be able to survive. And because Jonathan was a Biafran, he challenged them and he said, there's no problem, take your aid away, we are going to cope. That's the reason they hated him, because he was beginning to express rights of freedom. But because the Fulani man only knows slavery and master relationship, Fulani man doesn't know how to be free. They don't know freedom like we are just free and this is how we live. I am free for myself, self-dependent. No, Fulani man doesn't know that. Slave and master. Britain is their master. They are slave to Britain, and the South is slave to them. That is all they know. That is why they fought Jonathan. And they fought other. Now, I'm not saying that Jonathan was perfect, but he was far better than any one of them, because he was beginning to exercise some level of freedom. They decided to consume him. So you don't need anybody to consult you, or you don't need anybody to consult anybody on your behalf. Why should all those people that ask and consult, why should somebody consult another person on another person's behalf? Why don't the message just spread and anybody that wants to accept it? Why are you calling for consultation? Same way, Fulani, when you are doing your things, because you owe nobody apology, you never consulted anybody to do anything. All the laws that you make in the north, you don't consult the people in the south. All your arrogance, you don't consult anybody in your arrogance. And now the southern governors are doing something to protect the life of their people, and you're saying that they are supposed to consult you. Are you okay? Are you insane? They must consult you before they do what is right for their people. Let them listen to you now, because if they listen to you, they know they are the ones that will be consumed. Because the people are angry now, the people are angry, and the people are rising from every corner. And I want to reiterate, the people should not give up. Don't give up, don't relent in your agitations, in all the things that you do. Do not relent, whether in Biafra land or in the west and all that. This southern unity of the governors can also be a great gift, because it might be that this is where they will end. It might also be a great gift. So if you feel like, oh, these people have started doing the right thing, they have not started doing the right thing until they have implemented the things that needs to be implemented. They have not started doing the right things until our people are free from Fulani. They have not started doing the right things until there is a Biafran flag and there is an Otua flag. They have not started doing the right thing until the Fulani man can no longer look with disdain any man from the south. Until all this has happened, they have not started doing the right things. Let us go for a break, and we are going to be opening the lines. The line to call is 08180130164. We'll open the line so that people can make their contribution to this program.
like a lion. He's bringing back the Zion. I say shalom, salute to freedom. My muscles getting stronger, let us beat them. These mumus charge him with their treason. What was their reason? Opposing evil. He's standing still in the Garden of Eden. They took the guns, now we fly like eagle. Even so, army is having diarrhea. Them shitting pants with the lack of ideas. Mazi Tari Remy, say hello to Jesus. Spitting the truth, he's a tactical genius. We need revolution, NNAMDI'S call him Batman, we call him solution. You know that we need him, the world needs to see him, no matter if you African, European. Mazi Namdekano, Mazi Namdekano, Mazi Namdekano, Aina Asegadalu, Mazi Namdekano, Aina Asegadalu, hey, Aina Asegadalu, hey, Aina Asegadalu, Mazi Namdekano, Aina Asegadalu. Spitting that truth like a fire, no space for nonsense, the facts can be biased. His courage is like a choir, army of people singing, feeling inspired. No one can stop this eruption of anger. He doesn't bend to political correctness. He is the fresher, the world needs refresher. He knows which buttons to press for a pressure. Spitting the truth like a fire, no space for nonsense, facts can be biased. His courage like a choir, army is singing, feeling inspired. No one can stop this eruption of anger. He doesn't bend to political correctness. He is the fresher, we need refresher. He knows which buttons to press for a pressure. Mazi Namdekano, Aina Asegadalu, Mazi Namdekano, Aina Asegadalu, hey, Aina Asegadalu, hey, Aina Asegadalu, Mazi Namdekano, Aina Asegadalu. Shake it, shake it, shake it up now. Shake it, shake it, shake it up now. Shake it, shake it, shake it up now. Give it up now. Give it up now. Give it, give it, give it up now. Give it, give it, give it up now. Give it up for Mazi Namdekano.
Now, okay, you can call in for the program and contribute your own quota to today's program. For those that are just joining us, the line to call is 081801306164, and this is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast, and I'm your anchor, Mazi Tari Remy. So you can call in now because the lines are open. Now, in addition to all the things that we've been talking about, I want to point something out. You can see how much the world do not even care concerning the things that go on in Biafra land. Okay, let us take this call. After this call, we are going to continue. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Mazi Tari. I'm calling from my location. My able leader. A very good afternoon to you from my side.
Yeah, good morning from here.
You're doing well this morning.
We're doing very well.
Okay, let's talk about this.
I don't know what name can I use for this guy who was making those utterances. I think he's just a fool. He's one of the fools that have thought they have arrived. Because I think all this while most of the Fulani, 90% of them that are in the zoo, I think they thought they have arrived. If you look at all of them, I think all of them are just the same people. They live in intimidation. They live in Kuzuku kingdom. I mean, they live in a different planet from every other person. Because when you look at how they talk, it shows you that these guys has no brain. Apart from that, the Britain gave them the strength that they are riding the horses with. These people are less than animals. How can you be in the same country and you're lording yourself over every other person? A whole governor, elected governor, 19 people, you say they are in a hotel. I mean, the way you talk to other people, you don't expect them to talk back to you that way. But I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I blame so-called intellectuals that have went to school only to become a slave to somebody who did not go to school. Because if this person that you call a professor went to varsity and have a degree, not even a professor, cannot open his gutter called mouth to talk to people the way he was talking. Look at all of them. They talk the same way.
Yes.
They talk the same way, all of them.
The same arrogance.
The same arrogance. I wouldn't know what gave them the strength. Maybe let's start by saying they have stolen enough money. The banks is full. Maybe let's start by saying they thought we are already a slave to them. Maybe let's start by saying they thought that they've conquered us. Maybe let's start by saying that they thought that these people are infidels, which they think that we are. They thought that we are nothing to them. But these people you're talking about are actually foreigners. They are not an indigenous. They have nothing to do in Africa. They have nothing to do in Nigeria. Like one day our leader was making a broadcast. He said one reason why these people are doing what they are doing is because they are not indigenous. He said he was quoting our brother who wrote something. Everything they are doing, they are treating all of us like they are puppets or dogs. Because if in a normal place you see that guy, you stone him to death. That was why Nzogu did what he did by trying to save Nigeria and slaughter somebody who decided to become look at their master, Ahmadu Bello. Are they not speaking the same way? In the heat of independence of Nigeria, that fool opened his mouth and say we must be a slave to them. We are conquered. Middle better as a winning tools. The same thing that I'm putting inside all of them. Now, consultation. Who did you consult in 1999 Constitution? Exactly. Who did you consult? Who did you consult to go and kill people in Benue? Who did you consult to go and stay in our forest? Who did you consult? Did you consult the indigenous? You're talking about consulting the Fulani. Who is Fulani? Who is Fulani? A man with a stick walking up and down, moving around the whole forest and everything. You need to consult those ones. Are they not animals? You know, the thing is that if our leaders, I want to use those language today, our leaders, because we know who is our leader. We have one leader for now.
Yes.
And other leaders that is under that leader, which is Mazi Tari Remy. But let's call this intellectual. This intellectual, can any of you that is not even a governor, a senator, apart from Abaribe, open his mouth and talk like this man? Ask them questions. Say, do you guys gathered in 19 governor states and issue a statement about 3 Fulani people that were killed in Owerri and say you're going to retaliate? What gives you the right to say that? Was Fulani killed? And one person should wake up and speak like these people. Let's hear what they are going to say.
They will not
After
now.
just come from,
they have all chickened out.
Now, if you are all chickened out, let me tell them. Let's tell them this. Like you said in your analysis, one thing that we are going to agree is only when the flag for Oduduwa is standing, Biafra is standing,
Simple.
Sahara Republic is standing. That's the only thing. They can continue fooling themselves. The meeting they did now is fine. It shows that there is a more strength to what we are doing. We have more strength to work. We have more energy. They have fueled us more to go more and cause more damages. That's what they have done. And we are going to do that damage. You see that damage that these 17 governors have given to us? We are going to create more damage than Fulani. When they hear Naina before Nigeria, they will not enter. When they hear Biafra, when they hear Oduduwa, let me tell you, my brother, Biafra is all over the world. Nigeria is all over wherever you are. Let me tell you, if you don't rise up and make sure you destroy Fulani nation and make sure they don't exist in Nigeria or in anywhere in Nigeria, you see these people, for the next 100 years, they are going to still continue trying the food, the thing they are trying now, which is coming to an end, which has already come to an end. Because you see that meeting they did, to be honest, that meeting has destroyed Fulani nation.
Exactly.
The best they can do now is to run away from Aso Rock. Because every indigenous person in Nigeria now, whether you are Hausa, whether you are Ojudua, whether you are Arewa, whether you are Middle Belt, Igbo, Yoruba, that meeting shows that whatever Fulani has been doing in Nigeria is so wrong. That you come and occupy people's space and said, we Fulani can stay anywhere we like. You know, some of them when they talk, you look at them, you open your mouth, you cannot even close your mouth. When somebody is telling you, I Fulani can stay anywhere I like, whether I forest or anything, Nigeria belongs to all of us. Okay, let's remove this name Nigeria from the history of this earth so that Fulani can look for another name. Because only in name Nigeria they are doing what they are doing. Maza, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
That was a very brilliant contribution to this program. It was a very brilliant one. Who did you consult, Fulani, when you are doing all the things that you're doing, killing our people? Who did you consult? When you went to the north, destroying businesses belonging to the people of the south, who did you consult? That is the question. Who did you consult? You know, Fulani has been here in the zoo called Nigeria, killing our people. For years we have been complaining. For years we have been writing and writing. The world was quiet. Then when we decided that okay, enough is enough, we should now start chasing Fulani away from our land. Our leader put up ESN and they started chasing Fulani. There was now a little concern from the west, a little concern. Meanwhile, many people have been dying here, and now there is so much insecurity in the zoo called Nigeria. The only thing the UK can do is to ask for what is it called? Is to ask for asylum. But in just one day that there was attack on Israel and a counter attack, the UK Prime Minister said, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, he said, please stop the attack. We don't want war. Israel is not in UK. It's not that they are even so close that if Israel and Palestine start bombing themselves and there is war in the Middle East, that the citizens of UK inside the UK are going to be affected. But the UK Prime Minister is saying that they don't want war. But all the things that are going on here, what the UK could do was to grant asylum. They didn't come to say they don't want war here. They want to grant asylum so that we can continue fighting and killing ourselves. So you have to see that these people do not care about us. Let us take this call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra.
Biafra will hail thee.
My brother, good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning.
My name is Mazi Tari. I'm calling from France. I'm a native of Abriva. And Abriva is a coastal region of Biafra and also a hinterland of Biafra too. This morning I want to say something concerning the idiots we have as a governor. Although our leaders call them leaders, but me I prefer to call them idiots. Because why I call them idiots is they've been waiting for a long time. When our delegates from our leader send them information, they do all kinds of meetings secretly. They did not do anything because some of them are homosexual to the Fulani Caliphate, and some of them are slave puppies to the Fulani Caliphate. Even though they take the oath of defending the constitution of which they are servants, there are some area that if some people are giving you some condition, you can take a decision and say, "I know I cannot do these things concerning about my people or what is about to happen." For them, they are thinking about their pockets and their family. But for us to agitating and the Duduwa agitating, and then they are trying to come together, they are trying to do some meeting in the name of PDP or APC. That one is just a camouflage, and they are trying to cause trying to deceive some of the people who don't know their strategy. What I'm asking about Biafra is, we continue doing what we are doing and make sure that if they stand as a standing block in our way, we crush them, because we will continue hitting them very hard. Now they are taking their police, their security men, and this is the time for us to come closer to them and ask them to resign, because if they are serious what they are doing, it's time for them to come openly, publicly, and say, we are not going to do this thing again, we are resigning, we are joining our brother. But if they are continuing to play the same old game, it's time for us to kill them too, and kill the people that are surrounding them, because they cannot use the blood of our brothers and sisters to sacrifice while their sons and daughters are abroad. They are not lacking anything. In the zoo, there is no electricity, there is no good road, there is no there is no insurance, health insurance, there is no any amenities. Someone can think, can boast, can say that this is my country, but their sons and daughters are in abroad enjoying life, even though they don't have any support of their father, but their father sent them to abroad. They can have access to work and also to do other things, and they can have a freedom of speech, or even to send email, or to send to browsing, or other things that someone as a human being can have. All these three major things that human being needs, they have it, even if you cannot think deeply. But now they are not giving it to those people in zoo. It's time for us to ask them to resign, or they join us. If they don't want to resign, then they are one of our enemies. Then we can kill them too, and make sure that we take, any place we contact, we put our flag, and that place will become entirely. It's not going to be the zoo flag or the coat of arm or anything again. That's my contribution for this morning. All hail Biafra, all hail Biafra, all hail Biafra. Bye bye from now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But there is something we have to understand, and that thing is that there is time for everything, and we are following a particular, we are following our leader, and it is what he says and how he says it that we are going. Okay? And if he says that it is time to go after these ravening wolves, then it is time. Okay, and the people that should do that work will know what to do. But for now, I don't think it is time. I think we still need to give them some benefit of doubt. Okay, because if you watch the way we go about this struggle, everything needs to go according to international laws and standards. Okay, because we are asking for freedom, and we are asking for a legitimate nation. We are not asking for a situation whereby we just keep taking territories little by little, but we are asking for freedom, and we are asking for a legitimate nation. So there are steps we have to take. We can't just go about hunting them. Definitely when we get Biafra, they are going to answer to their crimes. Mostly those ones that have committed heinous crimes against our people, they will answer to it. Of course they will. But for now, we are not going to pound on them. We're not going to pound on them until it is time for that. So they still have time to make things right. Just as they've come together, they've had this meeting together. So it means that there is still time. But there's something about all these politicians, governors, senators, whatever they call them. In fact, all over Africa, not just in the zoo called Nigeria, most places all over Black Africa, in the world is considered a marketplace. It's not considered a place for people to live. It's considered a marketplace. You know how the market is. When anything happens in the market, there is noise of this, noise of that. People sell. All that people are interested in the market is just to make money. Okay, mostly in the zoo here you see lots of some markets, some places are dirty, and people may not have so much in their minds concerning, oh, we have to clean this place and all that. That is marketplace. They can cut things, their clothes can be dirty, so they have to wear clothes that are befitting for the market, clothes that is befitting for work. They can get dirty in the marketplace. They are there to make money. When they go home, they take their bath, wash their clothes, put on proper clothes, clean their house, make their house very, very comfortable. So Africa is considered a marketplace. It is considered a marketplace by the Europeans, the Chinese, and all these other people, including the Americans. They come here to make money. So also do our politicians. Our politicians consider their own places a marketplace. That is the reason at the end of the day, they go outside to go and live. Most of them don't live here, they live outside. So they don't care whatever happens here or whatever happens to the people. Let us take this call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Thank you very much, my dear brother Mazi Tari Remy. Am I coming out very well?
Yes, you are very, very clear.
Thank you. Mazi, my name is Desmond and I'm calling you from Italy.
Okay.
Mazi, as usual, let me first, of course, bring to the notice our people in Italy, Biafrans in Italy, the number from the Ipob National Board in Italy approved by the Ipob National Coordinator to support ESN. If you're a Biafran in Italy, or you are a friend of Biafran or groups or well-wishers that are affiliated to Biafran, please, these are the numbers to call to support ESN. +39 35100 46055. I repeat, +39 35100 46055. This number is for the Ipob National Coordinator in Italy. And the second number is +39 3512 551274. I repeat again, +39 3512 551274. This number is for the National PRO Ipob in Italy. Please, our friends, our Biafrans in Italy, please do call this number to support ESN, because we have to defend our land. The enemies have been invading our land, and it's our duty to defend it, because when tyranny becomes law, resistance becomes the duty of the people, and we cannot wait for anybody. We have to do it ourselves. Our people, our parents, our mothers, our sisters must be able to go to farm and come back in safe. Our people must be able to live freely in our land without fear or without running away from our land. So it's very, very important. And
Hello?
how we are going to do is any bullets. Am I coming out, Mazi?
Yes, continue.
Yeah, thank you. Any bullet that goes out of a gun doesn't come back, so you have to replace it, and to replace it, you have to buy it. So it's very, very important. Mazi, on your analysis this morning, let me just quickly say that I wouldn't say, well, because of, I would just say, okay, these northern people are very stupid, but then I wouldn't want to dwell much on their stupidity, because the southern governors are the cause of it. You see, when you are doing something and you fail to take the right step at the right time, this is what you see. The northerners are now questioning them, how can you be having a meeting without Miyetti Allah terrorists being in that meeting? Why do they say that? Because before to their gathering in the Southern Governors gathering, whenever they want to have meeting, they always call the terrorists. The records are there, you know. They call Miyetti Allah. Even some of them are boldly tell us that Miyetti Allah is part of their government. Like the idiot in Anambra State. He tells us that Miyetti Allah is part of his government. And so many of them like that, even the one in Imo State, all of them. And they do go and they call the terrorist military of Nigeria that are filled with Miyetti Allah terrorists and Fulani terrorists to come and kill our people. So to this Miyetti Allah terrorists, it's like something unusual to them. So normally, it's normal when you see something unusual, you are going to say something now.
Exactly.
It's a normal thing, you know. So it's not their fault. It is left for the southern governors to lick their sheets and then do the right thing, because they are not telling them that they have made them irrelevant. So how can they be trying to prove they are relevant? That is what it means.
Exactly.
And now let me say something. To the stupid northern people, do they think the people of the south are stupid? Do they think by putting one idiot and you call him a governor, you think you can control the people of these are because their people are stupid. That is why they think we are stupid. But we are
Yes.
not. We are not. We are intelligent people. You know, if you take one idiot and make him governor and make him whatever thing you want to do, our people will revolt when he misbehaves, and that's what you're saying. And we are making it very clear that army and police, we don't need them in our land. They should leave our land. We have a standing security. We have ESN. This is the security of the people. Those are the people who want to secure our land, our farm, and everything. Armies and police are terrorists, killing our people. Our people used to miss almost every day. This is army and police kidnapping our people, killing them, slaughtering them, and harvesting their organs and taking them for business, you know, to the foreign countries. So we don't want army and police in our land. We have made it very, very clear. There is no two ways about it. We don't want them. We don't want to see them. You cannot be killing people and expect to be there for people not to talk. So we don't want them. So for the North, they made a law. In their place, you don't drink beer, you cannot live. They have Sharia working for them. They have the Hizbah police enforcing their Sharia. And then in our land, you come to our farm, your cows and everything we graze, and then eat the crops of our mothers, and even rape them, kill our people. And you are saying you are not consulted before banning such havoc or such carnage to our people. These people are so foolish. The only solution is separation. Let there be a referendum. Even this referendum we are asking for, it's not because when they even join Nigeria together, when they amalgamate the South and the North with protectorate together, there was no referendum. You guys just come and join everybody together. So it's even in our position to even just close our borders and declare our freedom. But as our leader said, everything has time. So the only way is referendum and Biafra exit, Biafra restoration and Odubua freedom. That is the only way, no other way. So the governors, well, they can deal with their shit and know how they put themselves together. That is all I can say. Thank you very much, Mazi, and God bless you for your good work.
Thank you very much, my brother. You have made a very nice contribution. You know, he just said something very, very important. You know, I have always thought of it that, or I've always seen it in the angle that for our nation to be legitimate, that we need referendum. Okay, that the will of the people needs to be seen and all that. Yes, referendum has a lot to talk about, the will of the people and all that. But one thing I just got from what he just contributed now is this. Number one, we were free people. These people came and used force and grouped us together and called us Nigeria. We didn't know anything like Nigeria. We didn't even know anything like Britain before we started business with them and they decided to come and conquer us. So they didn't do referendum. They didn't seek our will before putting Nigeria together and calling us Nigeria. Still, we don't need to seek their will. Well, there's still a place where we still need to seek the will of the people. It's not their will, but the will of the people. If the people now have accepted this force, this thing that have been forced upon them, the people will have to decide. That is the essence of referendum. But at a particular time, if we ask for this referendum too much and they refuse to give it to us, it is the right of the people to still come together and take back the nation by force. Because for you to even have a referendum, you need some level of peace. Not when you are calling for a referendum and there are some people shooting you from one corner of the world, then you will not be able to have a referendum. All the people that have had referendum, they've had it in peace. So definitely you will not be able to have a referendum. So let us, this area is also a very, very solid valid point, because they did not consult our people, they did not ask for a referendum before creating Nigeria. So we don't even need that referendum per se before destroying Nigeria. We don't need a referendum per se before destroying Nigeria. We can even pull out from Nigeria first, put up the Biafra flag, then before we even conduct the referendum. There's Biafra already. You consult the referendum whether you want your own portion to be Nigeria back, then you return back to Nigeria. It's your will. That's the thing. I think it is. I think it's even right. Okay, so the lines are open and you can still call. Okay, I can see somebody who was trying to call. The lines are open. You can call and give your own contribution. So like I was saying before the last caller called, the Africa and Nigeria, the zoo, is considered a marketplace. So these people do not care. That is the reason Boris Johnson can speak concerning Israel and say, please stop the bombing, we don't want war. But concerning what has been happening in the zoo, he doesn't care. He doesn't care whatever happens in the marketplace. In the marketplace, people don't care what happens to anybody or how things are done. What people care about is their business. If somebody dies in the marketplace, market will still go on. People will still be doing their markets. But if the market burns, and properties burn, then the market organization will come together and they are going to ask themselves, what do we do to prevent the burning of our market so that our market will no longer burn? So UK did not ask Israel or Palestine to give them asylum. They didn't ask to give Palestine asylum or to give Israel asylum. They are saying that they should stop the bombing. They don't want war. But here they do not care. Why? It has not touched their business. That place, Israel and Palestine, all those places are places where people live. Africa is a marketplace. It's a place where people are not expected to live. If you're living in the marketplace, you're just unfortunate. You're not supposed to be living there. People are not expected to live in Africa. That is the reason when you see Africans that become a little bit more comfortable, they want to shift their base from Africa to the United States to the United Kingdom, to Germany, to wherever. They don't want to stay in their Africa anymore because Africa is not designed for people to live. It's designed for people to make money and take back to Europe. Let us take this call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, my brother. It's a pleasure once again to quick on your program. And this is Mazi Tari. I came from Omo province, Biafra land. But I live and serve the region of Biafra here in Russia as the national coordinator. Biafrans and the lovers of freedom around the globe, greeting from Moscow, Russia Federation capital. Indeed, it's really always a pleasure to have access to this wonderful platform. Because since after the Biafran genocidal war, nothing has been put together as a people except this Radio Biafra. This is the only thing that we can call our own. And that is that anytime, any moment, we can always have access to it. Apart from that, other things have been vandalized by the criminal politicians that claim that they are our leaders. Actually, into the discussion this morning concerning the present happening after the meeting of the Eastern governors. There's one song that I need to sing in those days. They say, that is over the people need to sing. The public assault, nowhere. Actually, all these insults that are coming to the Eastern governors, they brought it to themselves.
Exactly.
They brought it to themselves because they brought themselves so low that they are desperate of power and position and self that made Fulani Nataguru becoming, that is now master, to question Eastern governors. Why they meet in hotel? They meet in hotel, 5 people in hotel. Why they meet in hotel without consulting them, without telling them? What I mean, only that word is an insult to our people. Because we are great race. So we know them as people that come to clean our shoes, be our gatekeepers, and then clean our compound. They are our slaves. But due to this hopeless and wretched and poverty, greedy politicians we have in our place, now they cannot have meeting like human beings. They cannot have a meeting like people, that is to discuss their own affairs, to discuss the interests of the people without involving the enemy, Yeti Allah, not an caliphate. So all these things is what our people, what they brought to themselves, and this is what then they should swallow it in shame. Because the way you arrange your bed, so you lie on it.
Exactly.
But I'm still doubting that they can be able to maintain, that is to sustain the stamina to face this their slave master from the north. Because I know now president is coming from left and right. Especially the population of the Supreme Court governor in Imo State. I know that one he'll be receiving the hot from the person that put him there, for him even to be present in that meeting. So I'm not yet taking them serious anyway. That's my own opinion. Until they can be able to have this type of meeting again once, the second time, third time. Only then I will know that they are serious. But this thing, maybe there will be a tactics they use to just to calm us down, or to show that is to, because they have seen that the federal government have withdrawn this in their security, their security personnel. Maybe this is they just want to calm people down. Maybe they have seen that on government taking up a hand, and also ESL is also not having easy with them. So maybe they design this organize this meeting to calm situation down. But then when you are watching them, any card they play, that is the only card they play, because the youths of this generation, both Yoruba, both Igbo people, all the Biafran people, this generation of youth of 2020, that is 2021, we don't know anything concerning forgiveness. We don't have even forget in our dictionary. So any card they play, what they want, let them play. If they want to play a card, they are playing with their life, because all of them that are enemy of this our freedom, we will hunt them even after the time have come. We will still hunt them any place they are in the world, and to make sure that their family is wiped away. So the choice is theirs. If they really want to save them, their life and their family and their dignity, then they should maintain this new phase of that's new unity they are trying to learn from. But if they really want to still play them as usual to please their Fulani masters, let them continue, because when they know the thing we said, Fulani will not be there to save them. Even in Hula Sorok now, nobody they cannot be able to protect us all. Talk less of protecting you. I go governor. Where are you going to run to? In Europe, even in America, we go there. So we are waiting for you. If you escape from the zoo, you cannot escape. So
the diaspora will even be worse.
Yes, because what people are suffering here outside the country, in diaspora, in Europe, people are working 24 hours. That is a day, every day. And then, if that is while in our land, we have all the resources. Then, because of selfish leaders, now they give everything to the Fulani. Fulani now control the oil well in Izombe, in Haji, in Biafra. All this is really annoying. They can never come abroad and see any Fulani man hustling. All of them, even the illiterate who cannot even write his name, is a pamphlet in a company, and then Igbo people will answer themselves. So how long are you going to do that? Is using those resources. So that's why we have taken the destiny into our hand. That anybody that will be on our way, we must that we will hunt him, and to make sure not only to hunt him down, we will make sure that his generation is completely wiped away. So that name, like Ifadina, nobody can call his son or his brother or sister. That name Ifadina. The way that name become a taboo in our land. So also all the names of the saboteurs, the people that are fighting against our freedom. That is how it will be, because we will not have mercy. So Mazi, thank you so much for having me. I pray that everything will bless our leader Mazi and the communities, and also bless ESM and unknown government. That this great job they have started, they will continue until we get our freedom. I'm signing off for here. Most Russian Federation, Mazi Deacon. Thank you for having me.
So thank you, and I will have a discussion with you after this broadcast on a personal note. Okay?
Okay, bro.
Yes. Thank you,
brother. Yes, I'm available. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Now, on this note, we are going to be rounding up today's program, and I want to thank each and every one of you that have contributed in one way or the other to see to the success of this program for today. Say God bless you, and every one of you that have contributed in one way or the other to see to the success of this program for today. Say God bless you. See to the success of this program for today. Say God bless you, and have a
Get it online on your mobile. This is IPOB Community Radio, Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
We have tried to live a Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.